Hey everyone, my name is Josh. This is part 6? Part 7 of the Cedar Strip kayak build. In the last video, we did all of the sanding on the outside of the boat. In this video, we're going to start fiberglassing. Now, the whole process of fiberglassing is a very delicate process. It requires 3 main components in 2 parts. The actual fiberglass fabric, which goes on top of the boats, and then the epoxy resin, which has 2 components, the resin and the hardener, which when mixed together form the gelatin-like substance that will then bond to the fiberglass and create a solid structure to the boats. Now, we're going to be doing 2 layers of fiberglass. We will be doing a bonding coat, which the first coat of epoxy, which will bond the fiberglass fabric to the wood of the strips. And then after that, we will have a fill coat, which will get rid of all of the remaining texture from the fiberglass and will allow for a bit of space when we eventually sand the fiberglass. To start though, let's roll out the fabric and try out our new epoxy resin. Alright, so we laid out the fiberglass fabric on the hull of the boat. And we did a test run on our new epoxy resin mixing with the fiberglass, and we got this sample. Now, this still has the fiberglass texture and everything to it, and it's a bit more. It has a bit more bumps than we would like, but we only did the fill coat on the. We only did the bonding coat on this piece, and when we were applying it, then we were a bit too quick to try to spread out the epoxy and kind of move the fiberglass around. So the good news is, this is why we have practice runs. So now we know what we're doing, kind of, when we do the actual boats. Now without further ado, let's do the bonding coat. Alright, the hull is done for the fiberglassing for now. We have the bonding coat and the fill coat on. Now, we can do the same process again on the top half, the deck of the boat. Alright, so we fiberglassed the two components of the two halves of the boat, the deck and the hull, separately. And we did it all in only 2 days. 3 days if you include laying out the fiberglass on the hull of the boat. In the next video, we will be repeating the entire scraping and sanding process again on the inside of the boat, on both the inside of the hull and the inside of the deck. And then after that, we can fiberglass the inside of the boat on both ends. And we're getting very close to finishing this project already. Because once we're done with all the fiberglass and both halves, and all like the fiberglassing is done, then we just have to do some minor things, like adding some external stems and a keel to the bottom of the boats, and wrapping around the cockpit of the boats. Simple things like that, and then we can fiberglass the entire thing together, all into one solid boat. And then we'll be very, very close to being done, and it'll be ready to, or at least soon, it'll be ready to put it in the water. For now, though, be sure to subscribe and like this video so it can reach more people. And if you missed any of the videos before this one, the entire playlist link will be on the screen when the final shots are rolling, and the link will be in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.